One of the things that separates Honeoye Falls from most other areas, specifically in Rochester, is number one, the low crime rates, and number two, the real estate prices, which we'll get to in just a second. Really, more than anything else, when you're looking at a population density of just around 3,000 people, you really do get to know everyone. Now, you might be asking to yourself, is it for me? And the way that I would define and answer that question is most likely. You see, it's more for the family that is looking to calm down, have a tranquil life, maybe send their kids to school or even retire. If you're looking for the bustling, the over the exaggeration kind of fun, maybe somewhere 19th Ward, South Wedge might be a better option for you, even just East Rochester. Honeoye Falls is a lot more designed for people that, well, have a job, they have a career field, and they're just looking for something a little bit more tranquil. From a real estate perspective, Honeoye Falls from price range can hover anywhere from around $150,000 to around $500,000. And don't worry, I'm going to show you some properties in the end as well, especially in those different tiers of price range. But more than anything else, there is definitely affordable living for people that are looking for it. And if you're looking for more of a higher end, maybe a higher echelon kind of home, those exists as well. Here's some Zillow pictures from $200,000 all the way up to $1 million that you can see as I'm talking. But this is kind of what you're getting more than anything else. And I think it absolutely makes sense because, well, the dollar goes a long way. But that's not all. The Honeoye Falls area has seen a 7.3% increase in its appreciation just in the last year alone, especially if you're simply looking to just invest or if you're looking to get some kind of duplex, triplex, and house hack as well. For those of you that don't know what house hacking is, it's essentially living in one unit and charging the other unit the rent in which it covers the mortgage or a large amount of that. If you want me to talk about the best areas where you can house hack, obviously let me know in the comment sections because it's a fantastic strategy that we did. But more than anything else, its appreciation is there. The homes are there as well, and especially now as of shooting this video, late November, there's a ton of properties that exist for your beckoning. There's homes that are still sitting on the market which would not have been last year. So if you are looking to make that move, obviously give us a call and we'll send you all the off-market properties and the ones that have been sitting there for a super long time. From a lifestyle perspective, it really embodies the word community. There's a ton of parks of, mom and pop shops. There's a lot of cultural events that happen, and more than anything else, its school district is also really, really good. I keep referring back to the same idea of knowing your neighbor, right? And knowing thy neighbor. And I think that's what you're getting in a lot of these communities is the fact that you get to know your neighbor. I have friends of mine that live in SoCal, California, and they're like, dude, I can't, I'm so scared because I don't know what's gonna happen. And they live in decent neighborhoods, but there's so much crime and there's so much things that happen that they just get scared. Obviously you have to take safety into account as a factor, but when you know your friends and you know your neighbors and you know where you're at, that makes life a lot simpler. I think its natural history and natural beauty and its modern charm, its proximity is what makes it super duper unique and super awesome. A lot of our people, they live in these suburbs, but they work in Rochester, right? So it's like a 15-20 minute drive, and its proximity to Rochester is super awesome as well. I'll show you a map here so you can take a look at it and see kind of what everything looks like. But from a proximity standpoint, for education, for institutions, whatever, it's right there. And especially if you're working in Strong Hospital, maybe Highland, you're working in some kind of medical area, which if you are, God bless you, thank you so much. The opportunity and the landscape in which how you can get from point A to point B, it's there. So you don't have to worry about anything. And again, I'm gonna show you this from a map's perspective as well soon, so you can obviously have every single idea and see what's going on. But its proximity to Rochester is super awesome. Its proximity to McCoy Jesuit, which is a school, Harley, which is another school, Allendale, which are all high schools. Its proximity to the University of Rochester, MCC, Brockport, SUNY Oswego, the whole shebang for colleges is also there. And if you're working, whether you're working on Xerox, you're working in the hospitals, it's also close by enough. So I think it combines everything, right? It gets obviously the strongest sense of community that you're looking for, that everyone is looking for, and also the proximity to work and occupations and everything else. A lot of our clients, because we get tons of you guys reaching out to us every single day and every single week, and I'm grateful. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You are the reason why I get to feed my family, so thank you. I'm talking to a camera, but I hope that you can see that I'm trying to talk to you directly. Thank you so much. A lot of the people, a lot of you guys and gals and everyone else that reach out to us, you don't want to live in the city. Like seriously, you do not want to live in the city. Now I'm not saying that like I'm saying don't live in the city. I'm saying you tell me you don't want to live in the city. Why? Well, because the city is not the best. We actually had a client of ours looking on Seneca Ave, and if you're watching this, you know who you are, so hello. But more than anything, it's proximity to lake, and the things that happen at lake, well, it was kind of a turnoff. Now, I'm not saying live here, I'm not saying live there, no. What I am saying is most of the people, most of you guys that reach out to us directly say, hey, listen, I want a suburb. I want Pittsford, I want Brighton, I want something that matches my lifestyle, and we're totally gonna help you get there. The biggest thing about Honeoye Falls that separates us is its combination or juxtaposition. My assistant wants me to use the word juxtaposition. It's juxtaposition to the inner city of Rochester, or what specifically exists downtown, and also to the suburban-like atmosphere you get with the mom and pop shops, you get with the people there. I think that is the separating factor. I think that is what makes it super duper unique. And it's not just me who's saying this. The appreciation is prevalent. You're seeing the numbers go up. All of our suburbs have gone up in price point. If you look at Henrietta, with everyone moving there, it's gone up crazy. If you look at Pittsburgh, it's gone up crazy. Honeoye Falls is a hidden gem. That's why the title of this video should be the most underrated suburb, because Honeoye Falls, in my opinion, is the most underrated suburb. It's one that no one looks at, but everyone should be peeping. Why? Because the opportunity exists. Listen, I got a question. I want to go to Canandaigua and I want to show you the area. I want to show you everything about Canandaigua, what makes it unique, what makes it really awesome. But it's not Rochester per se, it's Canandaigua. Would you be okay if I went there and I vlogged and I showed the areas, showed some of the mom and pops, the lake, everything? Would that be okay with you? If that would be okay, please put in the comment sections that you would be okay and I can actually go out and do that. And if that's not something you want to see, I won't do it. Moving back and circling 180 because I'm going to try to get a... Now, let's take a look at Honeoye Falls from the maps perspective and see everything about it that makes it super duper unique. This is going to be awesome. Let's get to it.
As promised, Honeoye Falls, let's take a look at it, right? So one of the things that makes it super unique is, again, its proximity. So to get to Rochester as a city, what you got to do is you got two options. So number one, you can go this way, take Broughton Hill, I think that's what it's called, all the way up to I-90, go 490, and then go this way. Or what I think most people like to do is go here from 390 up north. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, you're like, oh man, this is far away. It really isn't. It's not that far, right? Because this is, Henrietta is where I live. I think that's my office over there. But from a proximity standpoint, it's close in proximity to Mendon, which is right around there as well. Now, as we actually look at Honeoye Falls and we see everything about it and see what makes it super duper awesome and super duper cool, you're gonna see, number one, not too many streets, nothing crazy, right? I'm gonna drop off this little guy right here. You can see some of the public library, which is right, which way is it? I think it's this way. That's the church, it's M&T Bank, I think it's over here. But when you look at the streets, it really is that quintessential small town vibe, right? Like, it's nothing crazy, obviously. You're seeing it here. But for the most part, the homes and everything else like that, they're a little bit on the older side as well. Look at that. Keep going. Show the area. Right, you've got this church. So it's kind of what you're getting in terms of with the neighborhood and things like that, right? Like, you're getting these kind of homes, these tree-lined streets. And I think a lot of people are a fan of that. Like, let me know if you are, if you're not. But I think a lot of people enjoy this kind of area more than anything else. You know what I mean? Look at those guys, man. I wonder where they're going. They're probably going right here for the physical therapy. But that's kind of what that looks like. It's not anything big, right? It does tend to be on the smaller side. Because if you just take these streets over, you get Mendon. Here, you get Rush, and then you get Henrietta up north, just a little bit higher. But it's nothing crazy. Again, you've got this pond, close to Pride Street. You got the park right here. I'll drop you off so we can maybe see. There we go. Right. Nice little park. A lot of kids just go there, hang out, kind of thing. This is a 2018 picture. And then you got Flaherty's. I actually don't know what that is. I've never been there. Now, when we look at the school, right there, let me see if I can drop you off. Probably not, but I should be able to drop you off right there. This is May of 2024. It looks like a few things were revamped. Just a little bit. And again, when you're looking at the streets and you're looking at everything else. Oh, look, this house is for sale. Here's the park. Won't let me go that way. Let me see. So, yeah, that's kind of Honeoye Falls. I promised you a map tour. I'd give you a map tour. Again, its proximity to Rochester is right there. Just go on I-390 up north. You can go 590 east or 490, and then go this way to get there. It's a little bit on the south side, as we spoke about, but obviously this is Canandaigua, which I told you guys about too. I said, hey, if you want me to do a tour on that, I will. Let me know, kind of thing. But this is Honeoye Falls. Beautiful place. If you guys are looking to make that move here, obviously let us know. Back to our regular time video.
That's Honeoye Falls. I'm super excited that you saw it. Listen, if you're looking for what I think is one of the most underrated neighborhoods in Park Ave, watch this video right there. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.